everyone, and welcome to our Married at First Sight review. This is the Relationship Connection. That's RCRC with Ronald and Charlie. I'm a mental health therapist.
I'm Ronald Willis. I'm a managing family therapist, y'all. I do it.
And thanks for joining us today. So what we do, we're pulling apart Married at First Sight. We're
pulling it apart, man.
And giving you our clinical assessment on how we think the couples are navigating into this new marriage
while
phenomenon.
providing the order of who's gonna make it at decision day.
Yeah, that's our own personal
expert advice from Ron Willis. That's how I do it, y'all.
All right, so we're in season 14. This is episode 12 that aired this past week on March 30th, 2022.
Good things and bad things.
Good things and bad things. And they had some things to change up and see. You know, sometimes they concentrate on more couples, one couple other than the other. You'll see who's having more of a challenge. They're all having some challenges, but
they all might not make it.
Yeah, this is a rough one. Okay, so the first couple we're going to talk about. But before we say that, you might want to check out some of our other, not only our reviews for Married at First Sight, but also what I said before, RCRC, that is the Relationship Connection. Look at our other shows on our channel where we talk about things that couples struggle with and give you tips on how to thrive in your relationship.
Educate, equip, and empower.
That's right.
And don't forget to subscribe.
That's right.
Like, share, comment. We need help, y'all.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this review. So the first couple we're going to talk about is Olajuwon and Katina.
All right, good things and bad things, y'all.
Not a lot of going on this review, really. But last episode, there was the big thing about the app that Katina had.
The dating app.
Yeah, she had an old dating app on her phone.
Yeah, but we got some understanding of how Olajuwon thought. And it's pretty much based on a foundation that we commonly call game recognized game. That's what we call it, y'all. So let's dig in really what game recognized game mean for the viewers that never heard that phrase before.
Basically, he felt like, it's almost like, you perform, you do so many things that you're known for doing, because he said he used to be a playboy.
If he had the app on his phone, whether it was inactive or active, that means some things are going on.
Yeah, so he felt like you should have known better.
Right, because you can't have that on your phone, because as a ex-player, when I see that, I see the opportunity for you to do some things outside of our relationship. And because of that thought process, I'm gonna react harshly toward that.
And then
because game is recognizing game, y'all. I did it, and now I see it. You might be doing the same thing, and I recognize that.
He pointed out a lot. He had a discussion with Michael, and he pointed out that he's done so much for this marriage.
That's right.
He's cut his hair. He got rid of his Instagram and
all this stuff. He's going in it hard in the paint, y'all.
Yeah, he's serious about this. So is this just TV for her?
That's right. And it's understandable that he's doing all these things, because like he said, he's trying to build a new platform. He's trying not to be a playboy anymore, because he had a different name when he was a playboy, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I forget what the name was, but he's not that person anymore. So he's doing things to ensure that he's not that person anymore. It's very understandable. However, just because you had a game going on, that doesn't mean somebody else had a game on. And just because there's similarities between what you was doing when you was playing a game, doesn't mean the other person is playing a game also, although there may be some of the same thing that was going on when you was doing those things in your previous life as a playboy. And you have to understand that everybody's thoughts is not like yours. Her thoughts and feelings are different from yours. And she honestly, I believe, made a simple mistake.
Yeah. It sounded genuine. I'm sorry.
It sounded like she telling the truth.
She forgot she had that app on her phone. I mean, some phones you can have update. People have 60 apps on their phone or more.
And forget one of them, especially if you're not using them.
Right.
Another thing that I think he failed to realize, right? He used to be a playboy. Did she used to be a playgirl?
Well,
we don't know. So I'm gonna say no.
She was a party girl.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's a playgirl.
Right.
That's right. So that means she's not going to do the same thing that you was doing. You was a playboy. Because perhaps, likely, she was not a playgirl.
Yeah. One of the things he stated was now he'll look at her differently and questioning whether she's fully committed.
Yeah, questioning the commitment, questioning whether she's telling the truth. Is she trying to be with other guys and be with him also?
It's a lot being married to him already. Just, right. It's still.
But you got to think about the history, where you come from. And I definitely understand that. Mm-hmm. Because I used to do some things, right? And if I see the things I used to do, right, I'm starting to look at you a little bit funny. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you doing the same thing I was doing when I was out there playing games?
Or would you think or thought that I was?
No, you was doing the exact same thing.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
What?
You remember you used to get on the phone and walk away? When I did that,
this is a prime example.
When I did that,
I wasn't walking away.
Right, you was doing it for a different reason.
Yeah, you were walking.
Right, but I don't know that. Shame. So when I see those moves going on, y'all, right, I'm like, when I walked away from the phone, I was talking to another female. Now I see you walking away from the phone. Guess what I'm thinking? You're talking to another dude. Game recognized game. That's right. I recognize when I see game. I recognize it because I was doing the game. That's right, and that's the platform he's coming from.
Yeah, the only way that he's gonna have to change some ways, and the only way he's got to be open to allow that to happen. Because this is going to be an eggshell relationship.
But what happens as he navigates a relationship and find out that she's not a play girl, she is speaking the truth, he will change.
Yeah, and then it's the fact they still haven't been intimate.
Yeah, that's bad. No, it's not bad. It's not, because they are affectionate. They do seem to have some chemistry going on. Yeah. They have some emotion and intimacy going on. So it does seem like, they're going to get on track to do that. Mm-hmm. It does seem like that. But you can't look at the show and only focus on that part.
Right.
Because there were some good points too.
Of course.
Because what happened?
They seem to make up, but it appears to be heavily that she apologized to him.
He apologized to her too.
Okay, thank you.
He did apologize. They both apologized to each other, what you really want at the end of the day. I recognize my mistake and I apologize to you, and you recognize your mistake and you apologize to me. Although, as viewers look at the totality of it, seems like the mistake is mostly on him than her. Right, because he made assumptions. He made some projection. He didn't consider her thoughts and her feelings. He thought about his thoughts and his feelings, and then he kind of blew up a little bit. Right. Yeah. So, but however, at the end of the day, right, if they navigate in this relationship and they're able to be understanding, forgive each other and stuff, they can go a long way.
It appears to be that he blows up a lot without just.
But I think it's coming from a place of just not,
being calm and
not trusting her, right? Yeah. Waiting for something to explode, because that's a familiar territory for him, because that's what he used to do. Yeah. Right. He used to play games on females. Mm-hmm. So naturally, if you used to play games on females, you're going to fear that because you know all about those games. So I think as he navigating a relationship, I think he would get to a better place. Not saying he won't completely be this very calm, cool, collected person, but I think he'll improve over time as he trusts her and as she trusts him. They can navigate in this relationship and perhaps get to saying a yes on decision day.
But when he blows up, it's the way he talks to her.
Yeah, he talks down to her.
Because she said that
because he have a high expectation of being a wife, though.
Yeah, and this is the eggshell.
She got emotional, crying in front of her friends and stuff. Mm-hmm. She did and stuff, but they only been knowing each other a month.
Right. Okay. All right. Any other thoughts about?
That's it for the y'all. Let's go. Let's go to the next one.
Happen for them for the next episode. All right. So
what we got next, Charlie?
The second couple we want to go ahead and talk about. Let's talk about Michael and Jasmina.
All right, the friends. How many of us have them?
Friends. All right. So he's cooking for her.
Whatever.
Yes.
What else he doing?
He's teaching her how to drive.
Whatever.
Assisting her with that. So they look like in this episode that, they were laughing and, they were getting along pretty well.
They got that cloud over their relationship. We know what it is.
They did have, and during this episode, they had the opportunity to talk to friends or someone, family members or whatever. And Jasmina spoke with her mom, and Mike spoke with his sister.
Right.
And the big red flag here is the lack of
physical touch.
Yeah, that kind of stuff
creates intimacy that makes me want to take off my clothes. That is not going on. They need to take some clothes off and get butt naked.
Because they're not even, you don't even see
kissing
and hugging. Yeah,
they're friends.
The major thing here,
no touching, no kissing. They're not affectionate. They're not on the path towards sex. They're on the path toward the decision day saying, I want a divorce. That's the path they're on right now. And they got to get off that road.
Yeah.
And for me, it's on him. Mike, come on, be assertive toward trying to pursue your wife in a sexual way. And I put sexual all on that word. Come on. Women want to be pursued sexually. Am I right? Am I right? This is yes or no. That's right.
And if you allow me to talk.
All right.
What I'm trying to say is, and his sister helped him out somewhat, don't jump at her, but start doing something little, make a move.
Make a move, man. Show that you're interested in her.
And Jasmina also said to her mom, she don't feel anything for him, but she didn't. That door is open.
The door is open. The door is open. Walk in the door. Walk in the door, Mike. Come on. The door is open. Don't be scared. What is he? Is he scared or something? I know what it is.
Okay, before you say that.
Okay, I know what it is.
So the positives were that they're communicating better.
Whatever.
From her perspective, and also he feels that they're on the same page. He said he said it. We are friends.
How many of us have them? I don't need another friend. I need a wife. I need a husband. That's what I need.
Right.
That's what they should be saying.
I think the big thing here is they're concentrating too heavily on trying to be friends.
Because they tiptoeing in the relationship because they struggles to communicate and it's bringing on a fear to pursue in an assertive way. Assert yourself. Don't be afraid if it doesn't work. Keep doing it. Because you're going to have ups and downs in a relationship. Okay?
Yeah.
The other couple's going up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
They're emotionally high, they're emotionally low. But their connection is stronger. When you tiptoeing like that, you're going to create a friendship connection. You're not going to create a bond that builds a relationship that makes us want to be together physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It does not create that. What are they doing? You got to take the risk, and especially on Mike.
I think also probably something else that might be an issue is, they clashed. So they might be trying to make
That's
sure.
That's what they fear that. That's what I'm saying. They tiptoeing because they was on this emotional high the first day. They was way up here, right? And they crashed. And now they have a fear of it. Yeah. They're trying to bring it back up there, but they have a feeling if I'm too assertive, if I go too far high and stuff, right, it's gonna crash all the way back down. I don't want the crash. Don't fear the crash.
Right.
Just don't fear the crash. Okay, allow the relationship to develop over time because ultimately they got some ingredients where the relationship can work.
Okay.
They have some of the same compatible. They like each other. They laugh. They enjoy each other's company and stuff. Right. There are times when you thinking, okay, man, they finna break the ice and they don't. They got some things going on that can really push their relationship, elevate their relationship in such a way that there will be a yes on decision day. But they gotta stop tiptoeing, especially Mike.
Yeah. Okay? They got 4 weeks less than to get to that day. They're 23 days out, I believe.
It should be a platform where your wife knows you want to have sex with her.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, but she know you do.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to create that environment in the relationship.
Like I was saying, they're like 23 days out. So he needs to make a move. He needs to gain some ground.
Make that move.
On some time that was missed, some time that was passed.
Make that move right now, man. Make it.
And that's the only thing that's going to kind of kickstart this, and if it needs
it
to,
is. It's the weight is really on his shoulder.
Yeah. Either you get rejected or not.
Yeah, if she got the door closed, right, then that's different.
Right.
But the door's open. She wants you to pursue her with some assertiveness. Right now it's kind of passive for him.
Maybe he's scared that he'll get rejected.
He might be. But if you don't try, you never know, because you might not get rejected. You might get accepted. That's right.
Yep, that could possibly happen.
That's your wife. Go for it, man. Dive in. Take your clothes off.
All
Jump
right.
in. Turn off the lights like Teddy Pendergrass said.
See if the water.
And light a candle.
All right, so that's Jasmina and Michael and Jasmina. So
friends.
We'll see how that pans out. So let's go into talk about the third couple, which is Mark and Lindsay.
Oh no. Oh no. Come on, Mark the Shark. Come on, Mark the Shark.
So we got some things going on here with Mark and Lindsay.
Your name cannot be Mark the Shark, and you can't handle Lindsay. That's all I'm saying. You can't.
He might feel like
maybe change your name, dude.
That he can't, because
well, then you need to change your name.
She's kind of erratic, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean,
it's in a positive way.
Yeah, she got a lot of energy. She's high.
She got a lot of energy.
It might be too much for him.
And when you do things to her that she doesn't like, you're gonna hear about it. Okay, that's just her. Yeah. But I'm saying the person that you demonstrate to be, as illustrated by your name, you should be able to handle that. Okay. So what? And he had some struggles going on.
So let's talk about what happened. So and it kicked off where she was saying she was upset that he doesn't take accountability and he's not consistent.
No, it kicked off when they were making the schedule.
That's what I'm going into.
On the board.
But that's what I'm going into.
Okay.
And he made the schedule, which was a great idea. He made a schedule for them to keep up with their day-to-day activities through the week.
Right. She liked the board. She agreed to the board. Agreed with it. So there's an agreement going on. So what happened after that?
Something happened where they got into a disagreement, and they showed a little clip where I think he dried her clothes or something. Well, he ruined $250 worth of clothes, and she was upset about it. And then
she really wasn't upset about the clothes.
When we get upset with one thing, then
that's what I'm saying.
Start throwing out some more things.
Because the positivity about the clothes triggered her real positivity, and that's his failure to follow through based on your own words. You put this freaking board out here, right? And you said, these are the things we're going to do, right? And then the person that's not doing is you. Why you put a board out here and set the things you're going to do, and then you don't do it? Yeah. So she got frustrated with that. And then because of that led him to end up washing her clothes, damaging her clothes, $250 worth of clothes, right? So naturally, I can understand the frustration and positivity behind that. You ruined my clothes, and you're not even keeping your own word.
I don't think he tried to ruin her clothes on purpose.
No, I'm not saying he intentionally did that. I didn't say that. I'm saying the result of his action ruined her clothes. But it come from a place of not doing what you say you're gonna do. Yeah.
Well, it was not only that. She said something to the fact about he didn't tell her what the rent budget is. I think it's things that they're trying to put in place and then say that he's going to do that maybe he's fallen short of not doing. And when we talk about the accountability, the lack of accountability,
that's a complaint.
And consistency, maybe it's got to be something that's going on with him. I don't know if it's the struggle with who she is for him to try to make that work or is that who he is? Is he not accountable and is he inconsistent?
Then what makes someone not accountable?
Well, they're not following through. It looks to me like
that's
some
the
of the
symptoms
things,
of it, right?
Yeah, some of the things that sounds like she's saying that he's not following through to his word or what, or what he's doing.
Part of what makes somebody not hold themselves accountable to things that they fail to do or fail to say, whatever the case may be, comes from a platform of perfectionists.
Right, it does.
I'm trying to be perfect, and therefore I'm not gonna hold myself accountable when I do things wrong, because if I hold myself accountable for doing things wrong, therefore I'm not perfect anymore. Perfect. So a perfectionist style will create a platform always pointing the finger at you. or the finger at something else. Always point the finger somewhere else and never doing this right here. I can't point the finger at me because I'm perfect.
Well, not only that, someone could be not motivated.
Could be a lack of motivation. Those are two areas when you face up, hold accountable. Right. One is you're a perfectionist. One, you could be just lazy.
But for me, I don't get that kind of wholeheartedly from him.
I don't either. I don't see him being a perfectionist.
Yeah, okay? I think it's just or the lack of motivation or laziness. I don't really kind of see that. I
don't see that either.
I think it's a struggle with him trying to make sure it could possibly be that he does.
I think it's coming from this place right here. It's trying to navigate in the relationship with someone else. Mm-hmm. He's not used to having someone else. So there's no board for him to put up and these things to do and stuff. So he's not used to doing those things. So now he's trying to put their relationship together, as one, as he should. But in his efforts to do that, he's failing to do it in such a way that includes her also. So he's coming from a place of doing stuff by myself. Mm-hmm. If I don't do it, no problem. Yeah. Okay.
Also, you look at the strong personality she has too, and the strong dynamics. Because what happened when they went to the grocery store?
Yeah, she went over the budget.
Right. You try this, even when they sat down to eat, whatever she was eating, she wanted him to eat it. He didn't want to eat it. And
right. She's forceful. She's definitely forceful.
Yeah, he may not know how to take that and then.
Sound like you tiptoeing to me.
He sound like he tiptoeing?
When you said, I'm tiptoeing around here because I don't know how to take that.
So we got one eggshell and tiptoe.
About the same, ain't they?
Yeah, so, and now let's talk about the photo shoot that they did, the little family photo shoot with the cats dressed in shark.
Yeah, because she had planned an evening to not even think about the issues going on, right? Right. Okay, which can backfire. Because you're not thinking about the issue, but what about your partner? What are they thinking about? Mm-hmm. So naturally, he was thinking about the issue, so he came in. Guess what he talked about? He talked about the issues going on. And of course, because she was in a different place and he was in a different place, you fight. You argue. Now you get upset, you're walking away. Because now no one is listening because one person has this thought, the other person has that thought, and neither parties could really consider each other's thoughts.
Right. One of the things that he said that was interesting is that she has a way of when they have a disagreement or something going on, she has a way to kind of get in a different place in her head to make things do what they need to get done, and then after it's over, she'll go back to being upset.
Right. She know how to I'm missing this word, but anyway, she know how to present herself in the moment without allowing whatever stuff she feel on the inside to affect the moment. In other words, she still can navigate in the moment. Whatever needs to be done, I can still do that. And it's a positive thing to have. However, if you stay there, you might not solve the problem.
Right. Doesn't sound like she stays there. She's come on out and going back to being upset.
And the other thing that it creates, it'll make the other person think that you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're laughing and smiling now. Everything's okay.
Yeah, in the long run. And then, in the long run, if she doesn't come back out of it, it's an unhealthy way to deal with things.
Right. The best platform is resolve your issue.
Resolve your issue.
That's the best platform to have. Now, that could be that staying in the moment could be helpful because you may not be able to resolve your issue at that particular time.
Right. Or you might be someplace, or not in front of. Right. You might be out somewhere, or do what you do.
At dinner or something with other people and stuff. So you need to stay in the moment, and then later on we're gonna talk about this.
Right.
Okay. Definitely. But it created a false perception for Mark because he's not used to that, and he's like, I thought everything was all right, but she'll go right back down. She was upset before. What's really going on? No, she's able to navigate in the moment like she did with the pictures. Mm-hmm. She got in there. If you look at those pictures, look like they was happy. I was like, man, those pictures look really nice, smiling with the cats and all those things. And think about how she's really fit on the inside.
Right.
Yeah, she need to be an actress.
But now let's look at another issue that they had. They had a disagreement. They showed clips about it. And she felt like Chloe was getting more love than she does.
Why women do that?
Do what?
Y'all always target something else. That's getting more than me.
Well, that's how she feels.
But it seems like that's a place where women does that.
Women do that, you mean?
Do that. Women do that.
I cannot say that.
So you have never done that, Charlie Willis?
I don't know what you're talking about, Ronald.
When you have a feeling that, hey, I need more time, but this other person or this other thing is getting more of the time than me.
Maybe it is.
You love that more than you love me.
Maybe the cat is getting more love. I don't know.
See that? You just said it. More love. See that?
Anyway.
You prove my point, Charlie.
She made the statement that, she just wasn't feeling like he was giving her what she needed somewhat. She said he was falling short.
Falling short in all categories. Did she say that, Charlie? All categories.
That's hard.
Yeah, but the cat is not getting more loving than she did. Let's put some realness to it.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. She exaggerated.
And that's what we do. We
have to put my point
we
again.
have to put emphasis on it so you can hear it. And that's how
why?
Because that's how it's making us feel.
Feelings are not reality all the time. It's a perception of the truth sometimes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's a clinical assessment there, y'all.
Anyway, let's move on. Now let's talk about the last couple, Steve and Noah.
NJ? That's what I call him, NJ.
MJ.
NJ. No job. NJ, man. He wanted to be MJ. MJ had a lot of money.
So they started off, and everything's good. He's showing that he's taking care of the dog, helping her bathe the dog.
But he wanted to share the responsibilities,
for a walk and cleaning up. He's doing cooking. He's doing these things.
No, he wanted to share that.
But so they had this discussion about, because there were 2 bathrooms, and he felt like, you clean one, I clean the other. We kind of split down his issues. The tasks or whatever we have to do with the dog and all this stuff. But she wasn't hearing that.
No, she was not.
Hearing that.
Who would in that situation?
What situation?
I gotta work, and then I gotta come home and do half of the chores, and your responsibility is only do half of the chores.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I do that?
Steve feels.
Why would I do that? That means I'm working 8 hours, right? Okay. And let's say it's 8 hours worth of work at home. Okay. So that means we split it in half. I got 4 hours work at home. So I got 8 hours of work. Then I got 4 hours of household work, right? And then you only got 4?
That's a little excessive.
That means I got 12 hours of work, you got 4. I'm not doing that. No, I am not doing that at all. Well, let's share. No, how about you get a job? J-O-B.
Yeah, so he's not really understanding the mechanics behind this. He had a discussion with Mark. They went out and played Frisbee, and he said something. And he had a discussion with a family member, I think.
Mark pissed me off. He wasn't Mark the Shark then. Mark should have told him, dude, you get a job. Why don't you get a job? Just confront the guy.
Well, one of the things that we do when we're talking and making our points on how things look in
but
our
Mark,
eyes.
no, he does not have a job. Oh, I know what's going on. Mark don't have a job. Okay, then that explains it.
Mark wants a job, but
we don't know.
That's what he said.
We don't know.
But Steve says, I have plenty of money I have a bunch of money in savings. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Okay. But the key word is when you say you have plenty of money in savings, define your plenty. Because plenty, in my definition, might be different than yours. Right? Maybe you got $5,000 in the bank, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a plenty. Mm-hmm. But that's not my plenty. Remember you had a relative, right? Said, I hit the jackpot. Oh. How much they won when they said hit the jackpot?
$3,000.
That is not hitting the jackpot. But that's a jackpot for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to define what plenty is when you say, I got plenty in savings. Yeah. Okay? Well, how much is plenty in savings? Like we keep echoing on this show, he need to show how much money he got.
But one of the big flags continuing that is waved is something he said with, he said this, he said, if I get a full-time job, I need to know the plan for it. Are we trying to buy a house? Are we trying, dude, we're trying to live. What do you mean? We're trying to survive. Why do you have to know why I need you to get a job?
Because it's going to interfere with his creativity.
Creative energy.
Yeah, creative energy, whatever that means, okay? When I hear creative energy, I hear nothing. Mm-hmm. That's what I hear. Mm-hmm. Because you want to sit around and think about what you're going to create.
He said it
and that means you ain't created anything.
He said it himself, I have done everything short of getting a full-time job. And that's it, dude. That's
what you gotta get.
Because that is her biggest fear. Her biggest fear.
And she told you that.
She grew up.
How her past. I mean, she told you about her past. And her past has introduced fear in the present of this current situation, which is you don't have a job to stabilize her in such a way when she look at the future, she can say, we can make it based on our finances. Yeah, you may be able to cover the finances now, but can you do it based on your current situation 5, 10, 15 years from now? Can you do it based on we're going to have some kids? Can you do that? That's her fear. She don't fear you can do that unless you have a job or unless you got millions of dollars in the bank.
Yeah. So for women, that's having that security. Right. That is optimal. Now you starting to see and receive some things from her that you didn't before.
Because she's not committed.
I want to move. Yeah, that's what
she's not committed.
I don't know if I want to move. You know, I don't want to move in.
I don't want to move in with you right now. No.
You know,
we say yes on the decision. Then you're not gonna move in. No, why would I? You're not showing me the thing I need to have in our relationship for me to move in together in a committed relationship where we both are supporting each other financially. You're not doing that.
That's why when he asked about splitting up the chores and stuff, that's why she told you to kiss her.
Kiss her AWSS.
Yeah, dude.
That's right. I thought she was gonna get up and leave after that.
I thought.
I'm glad she did. Maybe that was an improvement on her part, but if you don't get a job, I don't see y'all making together. The positive spin on that they both agree they're gonna say yes on decision day.
Well,
just not moving in together
now. But he gave
they're just not moving in together.
He gave the perception to his relative to a different.
He gave a false perception. Yeah. Therefore, she gave bad advice.
Right. Didn't tell the whole story.
Didn't tell the whole story. And that's why it's so it's just not advisable to talk to your friends and relatives about your situation because we don't tell them the whole picture. We want to tell them from our perspective, our point of view, and therefore, when they give you their advice, they can't give you a full advice based on the totality of the situation because they have not heard the other person's side.
Yeah, the truth, the whole truth.
Yeah.
And nothing but.
That's right. It's your truth, her truth, then the truth somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And I can't get the truth if I'm not hearing the other person's side.
Yeah.
He didn't tell this. This is what he should have said. She want me to have a job, and I do not want to have a job.
Now,
that's it.
Okay, but let me go back to what you said. Now, I don't feel like he was fully open with Mark either.
No, he was not.
Because he was like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Now, if I get a job, is she going to want even more? I'm like, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, but that's his defense mechanism not to have a job. Because he do not want to. Now, we don't know why.
His creative energy.
Like I said, we don't know why.
And how does his history look with keeping a job? How long he's been employed?
This is what she should do. Where is the last place you worked at? And he tell it. Then you go on the internet, research it, and find out. Did y'all have a Steve working with y'all?
She met his friends. His friends
ain't gonna tell it. Friends ain't gonna tell it. I want somebody that's not your friend to talk to me. Yeah, we had Steve. He was a science breaker. Now I know why he don't want to work.
Right. So there's plenty of people who build their brand or build their life or entrepreneurship, their legacy, whatever they want to do on still working a job and then working on what they want to work.
Right. But I going to school and working. Same concept, same idea.
I think for him
he only want to work.
He only want to do
right.
That'll interfere.
But I'm telling you why though. Because for him, he got enough money to do that. Like he said, I got plenty in savings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that may be enough money for you, but is it enough money for you and your wife? That's the missing part. He's missing.
So I feel like Steve came into this marital situation knowing that that's what he wanted to do, which is a disadvantage to who you're with, of course, right now. Maybe that's something that should have been put up more, up front.
She want to move in it. She want to marry, moving together, have a committed relationship, and have kids. And then she's looking at, okay, if I do all those things, how much money is the family gonna have? And that's the part he's missing. He's missing that part. Okay. Yes, you got plenty of savings now, but if you keep using your savings decrease. They do not increase.
Right.
So what are you doing to hold down the savings or increase the savings? And right now, from what we're looking at, nothing. So your savings is being decreased. So if your savings is being decreased, that creates fear for her.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Ooh, so that's a lot. So now, with knowing that, have we discussed this episode and the situation's going? Where are we with how these couples are going? What are these couples are going to say when it comes to
decision day? What you got, Charlie? Where you at?
I don't even know if anybody's gonna say yes.
I still got Mark and Lindsay, number one.
You feel like Mark and Lindsay are gonna say yes? Okay.
They got the best chance of saying yes.
They have the best chance of saying yes.
Right now, Mark and Lindsay, okay? And then, oh man.
I do. I feel like they kind of got the best chance of saying yes that they do.
Stephen knows there's a job, okay?
Yeah.
Olajuwon with his hot temper.
I don't, I just don't see it.
Right, and then Jasmina might, there's no love connection. That's a light connection. You don't have the love connection.
And that is big.
That is huge. They got the light connection, not the love connection.
Right.
So they definitely is last for me. And I'm going to keep my order the same. Lindsay, Mark, Steve, Noah, and then O, and Katina. And then Mike, he's last. I don't see them making it at all. But I could easily see, like you said, none of them making it. I can see none of them making it at all. Yeah. And I could see maybe someone may say yes, and it still doesn't work out. Because everybody could easily see Steve saying yes. Out of all the couples, when I individualize them, right, he's the dominant one for me that would say yes. But I don't see her saying yes. Okay.
Right. No, it's just too much to risk.
Yeah.
Right. For as far as Michael and Jasmina, I would see her saying no more so than him.
You see what now?
I would see her saying no more so.
Right. I can see him saying yes, but I see her saying no. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So Olajuwon and Katina.
I can see her saying no more than him.
You can see her saying no more than him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
All right. And then what about Mark and Lindsay?
I could see both of them saying no.
Yeah. Wow. This is something else.
Right. But, for me, the couple that's the most likely to stay together is Mark and Lindsay.
Okay. I can go with that. The rest of them I can't see right now. I don't see it. All right. So that was a great recap. This was episode number, was it 12?
12, 13, 14, one of them.
Yeah, episode 12.
Episode 12.
Episode 12. So great. So looks like it's going to get even more fireworks.
The experts coming in next week to lay it down.
It looks like Olajuwon has gotten him into some trouble. But we'll see.
Though,
All right, so guys, thank you for watching our show again today as we recap Married at First Sight Season 14, Episode 12. We would like you to join us again next week around this time so we can look at what's going on for Episode 13, the big 1-3. So if you like the show, please like it, subscribe to it. What else we need you to do? We want you to comment and we want you to share.
That's right.
You can like and say I like it or however. But thanks for joining us again, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.